Alicia.
En fait, je préfère Maëlle.
Je crois que moi aussi. Mais je ne suis pas vraiment Verseau, et tu n'es pas vraiment Maëlle.
Tu n'es pas Verseau, non. Tu lui ressembles et tu parles comme lui. Mais tu es toi. Moi, je suis Maëlle, par contre.
Another person left on the bench.
Tu aurais dû m'aider à me souvenir.
Oui. Je voulais le faire, mais je suis désolé.
Moi aussi, tu sais. Si j'avais écouté maman, si je n'avais pas fait confiance aux écrivains, Verseau serait toujours en vie, et toi, tu...
N'existerait pas.
Tu ne serais pas pris entre deux feux. Maman a fait une chose terrible en te peignant dans le tableau de Verseau, en te donnant ses souvenirs, agissant comme si l'incendie n'avait pris que moi. Mais je suis heureuse que tu existes.
Ton père a eu raison d'effacer tout le monde, c'est mieux ainsi.
Mieux pour qui? Verseau n'aurait jamais voulu qu'on détruise son tableau. Il aimait trop esquier, ses gestrales et ses grandisses.
Mais ça tu aimes. Enfin, notre mère. De rester si longtemps dans ce monde créé de toutes pièces, avec sa famille imaginaire.
Elle n'est pas imaginaire. Ce n'est pas... Tu ne l'es pas. Pour moi. Papa est ici. Il m'aidera à réparer Lumière.
Vraiment?
Maman a peint un portrait bien peu flatteur de papa. Il est tellement plus gentil que le Renoir que tu connais.
Si tu le dis.
Painted power pictos acquired. Right. Can deal more than 999.
Just in case you didn't see it pop up at the end of the last fight.
Right.
Back in Lumière,
And
not
we've
Paris.
Recovered our memories. As a paintress, we have new skills. Eski is still there.
SK is still there.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
do you want to walk forward or do you want to talk?
Yeah.
Talk forward.
I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Are the expeditions a part of the painting action?
You are back in Lumière.
Yeah.
Therefore, you are no longer in Paris. This would be a good time to collect your information, though, just to piece all the little things floating around together, because I know that rolling forward will provide more answers. But if you don't solidify the ground in which you stand, you might find yourself falling into a question mark abyss.
Oh no, please don't.
For
Okay.
everything that happens after. So,
Yeah, like when the game starts, we're in Lumière,
yep, you've been in Lumière for the whole game.
and then we take the boats, we go across the waters,
You sure do.
and
To
we
stop
meet up.
Paintress.
Yeah, to start the paintress, and we meet up Renoir.
He shows up on the beach.
But this is actually Verseau's canvas, and we're like the paintress was painting inside of it to create stuff
Yes.
and keep stuff alive.
Yes.
Which is funny because I think on the world map at the beginning of the game, I was like, oh, look, it's like painted and she's trying to preserve things. So it seems like I wasn't too far off the dot.
Not that far off the dot. There's a frame around the map.
Yeah.
Yep. That's absolutely astute.
And then we progressed through the game. Renoir has been trying to erase the fake memories, but we're still going through. And there seem to be at odds, Renoir and the paintress, which is Aline.
The paintress is Aline.
Aline, the mother.
Yes.
And they're at odds.
They are at
Renoir.
odds because they are both parents of the family.
Mm-hmm.
But...
And at that point, she lost her family in the fire. Well, not the whole family, but
Aline
yeah.
lost
Verso,
Yes.
and she couldn't cope,
Yes.
and she went to hide in the painting.
Because Verso's painting was the place where his memories were.
Mm-hmm.
And within it, she painted Verso,
Right.
who is her way of continuing to be with him keeping him alive.
Mm-hmm. And that, I guess that explained why he was having a scowl in that moment where we were
Sirène?
at Sirène,
Yep.
and everybody was seeing people they wanted to see.
Exactly.
Being painted in front of
And
them.
it's like, what do you see? It's like,
Verso
well,
is just like, fuck this shit.
Yep.
Fuck all of this shit.
Yep. And he understands that he is immortal because her painted family is immortal.
Yeah.
They're special. But although the rest of the creation's not so much so. Therefore, the number on the monolith is not who she's killing. It's who's left that she can protect. Beginning with her oldest creations, Renoir is trying to get rid of them because she's in the painting dealing with her grief in this way, and that's not what Renoir wants.
Which is why she's like, he can deal with his grief in his own way.
So to pull her out, he's doing it this way. And so because she's a more talented painter than he is, she can fight him, and they trap each other at the monolith in that situation where it's essentially a stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Clair was describing outside.
Yeah. Okay.
So the sadness on the monolith is the number of the people she can continue to keep alive for the moment while she mourns. And that's what that number is.
33.
And the number goes down because each time her older creations get destroyed, it gets younger and younger. Yeah.
What else am I thinking of? Yeah, no, okay. I think we can move forward a bit.
C'est ton père qui effaçait tout le monde. Pourquoi voudrait-il aider à tout repeindre d'un seul coup?
J'ai caché le tableau avant d'entrer à l'intérieur. Alors, maman ne peut plus revenir. Il n'est plus nécessaire d'effacer le tableau.
Il va vouloir que tu rentres à la maison.
Je ne risque rien, contrairement à maman. Je ne suis pas dans le tableau depuis trop longtemps. Et puis, papa a un faible pour moi. Il m'écoutera.
And the last thing, I guess, is if you're moving, is just who you are now, right? MAELLE entered the canvas before, all because the paintress is a master painter. All the chroma that is from her is of her influence, and
It affected MAELLE as she got into the painting
Exactly.
again. And then she lived her whole life.
yes, and Clair specified that you can't take her chroma away from her because she's that good, but you can stop it from returning to her, which is what a lot of the situation has been set up to be, so that the chroma doesn't return to the paintress. Nevrons don't give it back. You know, when you die in the painting, through the way that people have been dying has been without chroma, so she doesn't get it back. Therefore, she loses her power over time. It's a battery that's draining, and you're making sure that she can't recharge it. Right.
Okay.
And her memories of who she was in Paris and also in Lumière are now fused together, so she understands who she is as both right now.
Poubelle man? No? Okay. Oh, the darkness.
Yeah. Yeah, there are infinite other fine details. However, those are your broad strokes as to what's happening right now.
Whoa, that's dark. Get me out of here.
Not to mention why defeating her would get rid of everybody else. Right? Logically.
Okay.
Les yeux des cendres. No scar.
Papa,
Alicia. Mon ange. Je
With a
croyais
different
d'abord que tu
spelling,
restais à la maison.
descendre
trop
could
m'en
spell
parler,
to go
mon
down.
corps y est toujours.
It could also spell from ashes.
It can. That's interesting. Didn't know that one.
L'une des plus belles réalisations d'Aline. Je regrette que ça t'ait causé autant de souffrance. Ce qu'Aline a fait était injuste, surtout envers toi. Accepte les excuses de la famille des cendres. Ça peut sembler absurde de t'offrir le néant comme récompense, mais peut-être est-ce l'issue que l'on souhaite tous les deux.
Comment ça?
Je suis fier de toi. Faire sortir ta mère du tableau n'était pas chose facile. Une fois celui-ci effacé, nous n'aurons plus à nous inquiéter.
Mais elle est à la maison.
Tu
Pourquoi
connais ta mère. Verso a peint cette toile et de fait, il contient une partie de son âme. Elle ne voudra jamais s'en séparer.
Non.
Pour le bien des vivants, il nous faut dire adieu aux défunts.
Non, papa, j'ai caché la toile.
Elle la retrouvera toujours. C'est notre seule opportunité. Après être restée si longtemps dans le tableau, elle est trop affaiblie pour revenir.
Non. Papa. Papa, je t'en prie. C'est le seul tableau de Verso. Tu peux pas détruire tout ce qu'il nous reste de lui. C'est chez moi maintenant. Tu peux pas venir...
Chez toi? Tu veux rester après tout ce que ta mère a fait?
Tu sais bien qu'il ne reste plus rien de ma vie là-dehors.
Alicia, tu mourras. Tu es déjà restée ici bien plus que tu ne l'aurais dû.
Mais...
Non. Regarde-moi, j'ai dit non. Je ne laisserai jamais ma fille risquer sa vie. Alicia.
Je ne suis pas maman. Il n'y a aucune chance que je me perde si je reste.
Je sais très bien que ça arrivera. Il est hors de question que je revive.
Papa, mais qu'est-ce que tu...
Il est temps de rentrer.
Family's complicated.
Always. Can never be simple. So she's trying to hold on to Verso as well. In her own way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not letting go.
And Daddy says, get your black ass in the motherfucking house before I come out there and beat your motherfucking ass. We continue to put this whooping on you.
Papa y arrive si facilement. Pourquoi j'y arrive pas?
Ne te décourage pas. Ça ne fait qu'un jour que tu as redécouvert ton talent de peintresse.
Et on croit en toi.
Rappelle-toi d'elle. La peinture n'est pas une question de ressemblance, mais d'essence. Cherche en toi qui elles sont vraiment.
Like all good art.
Ton père a créé les accents, non?
La maîtresse des merveilles et celui qui garde la vérité par le mensonge.
Ils sont l'essence de ta mère et de ton frère.
Gommé.
Maëlle, tes cheveux.
Nous avons tant de choses à nous dire.
Alors tu es sa fille. Et tu es aussi une peintresse.
La classe, non?
Et toi? Tu le savais depuis le départ. Espèce de putain de lâche! Tu nous as trahis! On te faisait pour ramener tous les autres, alors. C'est ça. Ramener tous ceux qu'on a perdus?
Oui. J'ai besoin de chroma et mon père contrôle toutes celles du tableau.
But should we, though?
Non. Pas l'intégralité. Les autres expéditions. Tous ceux qui ont été tués par les névrons. Gustave avait remarqué qu'il restait de la chroma dans leur corps. Elle ne s'est pas dissipée, comme avec le gommage.
C'est de la vieille chroma, pas pure. Ce ne sera pas comme pour vous ramener, mais on pourrait l'utiliser autrement.
Le moment est venu de former la plus grande expédition de tous les temps.
I want you to take that thought and hold it. Did you... So a fucking great detail is in that scene where everyone is getting gommaged just now. When you see Ciel getting gommaged, I don't know if you caught it, but she looks around, she sees what's happening, and she closes her eyes. And then Lune looks around, sees what's happening, and is scanning for what's
happening,
and gets wiped out during the scan.
Yeah.
Just the difference in
reaction,
right?
And accepting what's
speaking
happening.
to who they are.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? Oh, I see. Okay. I'm ready. Versus Yo, what?
Yeah.
Where? Done. Incredible. Such a good detail. Speaking to them.
Okay. Who wants to talk?
How about you? Welcome to Act 3.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
The greatest expedition.
Okay.
What's up?
J'avais raison de pas te faire confiance.
He who guards truth with lies.
I had a feeling there was something with Verso. I didn't know it went that deep.
So if he walks up day one and goes, by the way, Wikipedia.
Yeah. This is what's happening.
So what are you supposed to do? How does it work? How do you run it?
Yeah.
You know? But that look that he gave Sirene, I think captures so much of his just like, and now you can kind of understand what's up.
Can you define chroma yet?
Sure.
Or...
Chroma is the energy of life inside of the canvas.
Okay.
Chroma is used to make canvas magic happen.
Okay. And the old expeditioners, I was like, who are they?
Yep.
Are they just all fake? But they just said that there was old chroma in them, right?
Chroma has been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
And is used for all creation within the canvas.
Okay.
All life, right? And this is Verso's canvas. And then Verso died. And at a point, Aline came into the canvas.
And found the last speck of life because it's this canvas.
And painted her painted family.
Yeah.
And gave them immortality. And stayed in here to grieve while living with her painted family.
Yeah.
So Chroma is what allows all of this to happen. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And she's grieving. And she wants this to stay like this forever. Well, ish. She wants to preserve her family. But then the expeditioners, everything about them goes against what she wants. Because they want to go and end her, right?
The expeditioners meaning our current team or the whole...
Every expedition that went towards the monolith.
Every expedition that went towards the monolith had no idea what the world was or what they were doing. They had no information. They were in a city called Lumière, and then suddenly people started dying. And the younger and younger they got, the more they were... older they got, the more they were dying year after year. And then in order to stop that from happening, they went towards the big number in the distance
that was going down
with the giant woman next to it that would erase and change the number.
So they didn't know about like any intention or what was going on. They just wanted to get there.
They knew nothing. The first people that went out there, Expedition 0, included Painted Renoir and Painted Verso, who had a little bit more information than the rest of the people did. Lest we forget, you know. But outside of that, every expedition prior to this, they don't know what the fuck's going on. They're just trying to go stop the thing that's killing everybody.
Right. And they don't even know that this is a fake world. For them, this is the real world, just like it was for us throughout the whole game. Okay.
Black marker.
Okay, alright. This is good, this is good. Alright, Lynn, what you were saying?
You can highlight that marker there. I'll tell you what's under it if you want.
What would you have done in my position?
J'aurais certainement pas trahi mon expédition. Et j'aurais prévenu les autres que tous ceux à qui elle tenait étaient sur le point de se faire effacer. Et elle aussi, d'ailleurs. Bref, je leur aurais dit la vérité. Parce qu'après tout ce qu'on a dû endurer, on méritait bien ça.
That's a defendable point. That's That's a very defendable point. Holy crap. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's so real.
Reggie?
Yes.
This game.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. This game.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You are exactly where you're supposed to be right
Yeah.
now. All right. Let's go.
Side note, I'm still glad that I skipped on Ciel.
Okay.
Yeah.
She ain't happy though.
I know, but let's see where this goes. You know, maybe we can commash together.
Damn, bro.
Tu aurais choisi ton expédition.
You wipe me the fuck out and you trying to get some?
Let me hit those marks. Let me hit those checks, okay?
C'est ça ton problème. Tu réfléchis toujours sur la base de fausses dichotomies. Sauf que là, c'était pas forcément l'un ou l'autre. D'autres solutions existaient. Mais pour ça, il aurait fallu nous faire suffisamment confiance pour nous parler.
Sachant ce que tu sais maintenant, tu m'aurais aidé à chasser ma mère hors du tableau. Je ne m'excuse pas de l'avoir sauvée, mais je regrette d'avoir trahi votre confiance à toutes. Et je ferai tout mon possible pour aider à ramener tout le monde.
On verra bien, j'imagine. On verra bien.
He'll do everything in his power to bring back everyone. Hello.
Laisse tomber. Je n'ai pas besoin d'entendre tes excuses. Tu as fait ce que tu pensais avoir à faire.
Very Ciel of you.
Very Ciel.
D'accord. Tu t'es trompé. Mais tant pis.
The sun is not the moon.
Je pensais que tu le prendrais bien plus mal.
C'était le cas au début, mais ça m'a passé. Tout ce que je savais sur notre monde est faux. Et tu sais quoi? Je m'en fiche, parce que la seule chose qui compte, c'est que ceux qui sont morts ne le sont pas vraiment. Ce qui veut dire que je vais pouvoir revoir mon mari.
Ciel.
Oh, allons. Je te sacrifierai sans le moindre remords pour le retrouver. Alors... Je ne t'en veux pas.
No hard feelings, bro. I would do the same. You ain't him.
I like Ciel, you know? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
She knows what she's about.
Merci.
You can call it based if you'd like. But she's sure of where she stands.
Tu me dois bien ça.
Ça marche.
Ça marche. Alright, who else wants to talk? Yes, Ciel, that's... She understands, you know? She's like, I see your point of view. You fucked up, but...
Here we are.
And I would have done the same.
In a heartbeat.
Yep, real quick.
In a heartbeat.
I'm telling you to your face. I would sack you real quick.
Oh, did you find any more little mini gestrels? I don't think you did. Yeah, no. That's still there, by the way.
Right.
little corner cave of collectibles.
Oh boy.
MAELLE.
Il faut expulser papa hors du tableau avant qu'il efface tout.
Je suis surpris qu'il ne l'ait pas déjà fait.
Il est affaibli par son combat contre maman. C'est sans doute pour ça qu'il ne s'en est pas encore pris à nous. Mais ça m'étonnerait que ça dure longtemps.
Si ton père et toi continuez à vous battre, vous risquez de détruire le monde à nouveau. Une autre fracture. Sauf que, cette fois, c'est toi qui pourrais te retrouver piégé à l'intérieur du monolithe.
The fracture.
The fracture.
AKA the day that Daddy entered the canvas to pull Mom out. And it came to painted blows.
The fracture happened when compared to like the expeditions?
The expeditions happened after the fracture. Before the fracture, Lumière was a city living in the continent,
United.
with the Gestrels and the Grandies and everyone. And then, after tragedy struck in Paris, and Verso was lost, Alicia enters the canvas and begins doing her thing. And at some point,
Father joins.
because mom's in here, time to come home. I don't wanna. And two gods in a painted world begin fighting, and a city gets ripped off the continent and flung into the ocean.
But who did that? You know?
Well,
I guess.
whoever did made sure that the people inside were protected and separated from whatever was happening on the continent.
Right.
Quelle est l'alternative?
Peut-être que tu pourrais rentrer à la maison.
Verso.
Vous ne cessez de vous affronter, et pourtant vous recherchez tous la même chose.
Non.
Aline veut retrouver son fils. Renoir veut qu'Aline et toi rentriez à la maison, et toi, tu veux revoir Gustave. Le cycle qu'il nous fallait briser, ça n'est pas celui du gommage. C'est la souffrance et le deuil de votre famille. Tout notre monde supporte le fardeau du deuil de votre famille.
Lot of this.
Yeah, a lot of
this. A lot of moments of Yep. Gonna be pointing at that TV a lot.
Dude, I'm gonna burn my finger on that screen.
We're gonna be pointing at this TV a lot from here on out. All right.
God.
But to finish the thought from in the middle of that conversation, my belief is that when you rip a city of people out and throw it over there to safety, it's because you're trying to protect those people. So I would believe that Aline in the fracture made that happen. So he's talking about another fracture.
To prevent Father from
Complete
combating
eradication.
everything.
Because she's still more talented a painter than he is. She taught him how to paint, is what it said.
Je ne suis pas du genre à te dire que je te l'avais bien dit, mais si ma mémoire est bonne, je te l'avais bien dit.
Merci du soutien.
Et ça valait la peine. Qu'est-ce que tu comptes faire maintenant?
Je vais faire de mon mieux pour regagner leur confiance.
À mon avis, il va y avoir du boulot. Je
Ow,
ne suis
ow,
pas
ow.
du genre à te...
Loyal adventures.
Yep.
For how many years in the past altogether? Their relationship needs no expounding upon.
Man.
And it did mention that Verso painted Monoko, Noko, and Esquier.
Yeah.
So these are his creations.
Tout le monde est en colère contre toi.
Toi aussi.
Les esquiers peuvent ressentir tout un tas d'émotions. La joie, la tristesse, mais la colère, c'est interdit. Quand on s'énerve, ça finit toujours mal.
Oui, je sais.
Mais de toute façon, je pourrais jamais me mettre en colère contre toi.
Of course. I'm the creator.
Not just that, but like Verso's creations. Oh, your dog, your little best buddy. What else are you gonna do as a kid, right? You're making your little friends to play with. So his creations spell
Les
out
esquiers peuvent ressentir quand on
him, you know? As opposed to, speaking of verisimilitude, the reality of the amazingly crafted paintress works of people that are fully people. You know?
Okay, there are a few things here.
There are a couple things. You can now
beyond
use the
attributes
flags.
and the skills.
Because the curator is
Yeah.
Real Daddy.
Yeah.
And Real Daddy is over there busy. So now you can use the
You have to
flags
do it yourself.
to do it yourself.
That's good. And challenges.
That's new.
Let's speak.
Ah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Hard mode.
Yeah.
Tweak some things. Dragon Quest
From
style.
the patch. Okay, so that was a patch that happened before the latest DLC, but I played before this came out. Because the truth is that gameplay-wise, now that you've gotten that thing, Painted Power, now that you've gotten that Lumina, that is, your damage cap has been lifted, and you are now allowed to see the real numbers.
And break stuff.
Because the real numbers are
Whatever
math.
it is. Yeah.
So you don't actually know how good your skills are until you take them, until you can see them uncapped.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's also for the future. That's very interesting. You know.
Yes. You know, I was describing how fun it is in a system like Marvel where you can find that Spencer in the middle of the DHC zipline punch combo because it's open enough for you to find and discover tech. Well, here you go. The numbers, the limiters are literally released in both directions. And now you can get out your fucking calculator and math it out
Make
if you'd
things
like.
happen. All right. 5 points here. What do we want?
I mean, you did, so you bought your center point and your bottom 10 point skills. So, yeah,
I could get Sealed Fate.
moving towards the middle.
Yeah, that sounds like an interesting thing. Consume Foretell, deal even more damage. Critical hits don't remove the Foretell. So, yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Okay.
And hope I can implement it.
Foretell that doesn't get yanked out is pretty sick,
Yeah.
admittedly.
0, 3, 0, Monoko. Upgrade weapons. Probably don't have to look at that from now, right?
Sealed Fate is, in fact, one of the best skills you can use with her.
Figured.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't need to look at the weapons for now.
No, but now that numbers matter, levels matter, etc. But yeah, the implications are quite large.
And the fire. Check on the others.
Create the greatest expedition in history.
Chouette coiffure.
Oui, ça.
J'arrive pas à croire qu'il y a un autre monde là-haut. Un monde que je verrai jamais.
Je suis désolée. Ma mémoire... Je vous l'aurais dit si j'avais su.
Pas la peine de t'excuser. Tu t'es prise au piège, toi aussi. Tu vivais avec nous et tu es des nôtres. Même si tu es aussi des leurs.
C'est tellement bizarre. Je me rappelle de 2 enfances distinctes. 2 foyers, 2 lumières.
Yeah, that's weird.
Overlapping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Overlapping memories. Oh, that's weird.
Tu n'es plus une orpheline. Tu as enfin retrouvé ta famille. Tu ne veux pas aller la rejoindre?
Je les aime, mais ils ne sont plus vraiment là. D'une manière ou d'une autre, ils ont tous disparu. Ma famille, c'est vous maintenant. Et aussi Gustave et Emma.
I mean, all gone. Sister is still up there, right? Or is she...
So she means she's talking abstractly, but she's talking about her painted life. Because there's also, yeah, there's real life, there's Clair. But she's making
She's talking
reference
about
to.
the real life. No, the painted family is gone. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay.
the people that cutscene just showed us, because at the end you see Maëlle back to back with Alicia, and Alicia gets erased, implying like the memory, is like she gets turned into Maëlle from that point.
Yeah.
In her origin, but we're now in the future where she's both.
Et même si j'étais incapable d'en avoir conscience à l'époque, toutes les familles qui se sont occupées de moi à un moment ou à un autre.
Maëlle, ça fait beaucoup de choses à digérer d'un seul coup.
Oh yeah.
N'en parle pas. Mais pour la première fois, je ressens de nouveau de l'espoir.
Plot dump.
Oh wait, we're writing in the journal still. I guess.
Why not?
Yeah. What did we give that kid?
What kid?
Oh! That hits. Lol. The Mao even. She spent some time writing in Gustave's journal to honor his memory. She writes about everything. The painters, Aline, Renoir. So no matter what happens, the truth will be written somewhere. She is sure that when she brings the apprentices back, they will want to read this story. Maëlle heads back.
Okay.
We have a mission.
That's it.
Return to Lumière and defeat Renoir.
The world is your oyster, except over there. That's where Daddy's waiting.